Good morning, fanatics, crazy Russian dev here. Did you miss me? I have missed you too.
I got blood on my hands right now, and I'm stumbling through the dark in the dawn. I have found new ways, but no, I can't be the one that you need. Yeah, you know what I've done in the past. Still you say you and I, we can last. I have found new ways, but no, can I be the one that you need? Then I changed my mind. Maybe we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. I can't be the one that you need. Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. Can I be the one that you need? I got blood on my hands right now, and I'm stumbling through the dark in the dawn. I have found new ways, but no, I can't be the one that you need. Yeah, you know what I've done in the past. Still you say you and I, we can last. I have found new ways, but no, can I be the one that you need? Then I changed my mind. Maybe we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. I can't be the one that you need. Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. Can I be the one that you need? I've got sunshine, I've got you now. When we're body on body
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I would just like to apologize in advance. The Drop Bears are in fine form this evening, so apologies for their mischief in advance. But I hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Happy simming, everybody. Happy Wednesday. And nice to see that we've got a bunch of TBMs out there. Asobos or... Oh, wrong button. Asobos or the... Holy shit. That is so close. Hang on. That is way too close. Holy cow. Let's I don't want to look at myself. No, holy cow. Let's just change that. Holy cow, that was zoomed. Oh, my lights aren't even on. Hang on. Gotta turn the lights on. You think if the stream was delayed by like a half an hour, I'd have the lights turned on in the background, but no, just not how we roll here on the Oz Flight Sim channel. What's that? Can we see? What do you mean? What's that? Can you see? Can't see anything. All the good stuff that you guys haven't seen yet is down there, and you can't see it. So, and then even the gooder stuff, because I do good English, even the gooder stuff is actually in the print room where you guys can't see. So. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Please put me back and maybe to New Zealand. I timed you out for 1 minute due to your comment about Caloundra. So, but anyways, welcome to the stream, guys. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing well. Wednesday, and we're in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And good news is that our friends over at Black Square, and now that they've finished with the Starship, we're seeing some updates. They did an update on the Velocity, and also they've done an update on the TBM. And I can't wait till they actually release the full new version of the TBM, which won't have the Asobo 3D modeling on the outside. So anyways, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Mr. Michael from Canberra, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. If anybody wants to know, it was 28 degrees, blue sky, and occasional, probably scattered clouds today up here. Yes, it is definitely spring already. Captain Fozzie, what's going on? Give him a round of applause, Benny. Captain Fozzie is now with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Well done, Fozzie. Great to see you. Finally come aboard. Well done. You know, 3D trees all around. Anyways, welcome, Captain Fozzie. Mr. Beto, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Beto will be here for another 15 minutes, and then he'll be probably hopping off to bed before he turns into a pumpkin. Evil, what's going on? Richo, hope you're doing well. Welcome, Legend. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Mr. Pringle, good evening. Another streamer. We've got all the streamers in here today. The insults have started. The insults have started.
CPT Aaron B is on break now, and I have taken of his chat. Good morning to our fearless leader that is Aus Flight Sim. Your fresh blowout looks lovely.
My fresh blowout? I tell you what, for me to do the blowout, mate, it doesn't take long at all. They basically just turn it on and turn it off. Anyways, hopefully Toe Jam's not here to stay. But hello, Evil. Hello, Richo. Hello, Pringle. And Bubba and Braun. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And we've got the man, the myth, the legend. Some might say he can fly planes in real life. Some might say he might fly pretend planes on Twitch. But Mr. Fly Conti, aka Conti, is here tonight. Welcome, Mr. Conti. Mark Simmer is here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you. And Mr. Benny Big Bucks. Benny Big Bucks only cares about one thing, and that's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and his PMDG aircraft. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Chase T, you probably wouldn't. Did you stay up last night watching the stuff? I don't know. I did. Mr. William Kelly, welcome to the stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good. Oh, holy cow, Conti with the 61 months. Also, I just appointed Conti as our Oz Flight Simmer bookie. So if there's any bets to be made against my appropriate great or bad landings, if I started the stream late, is this my real hair? All that sort of stuff. Conti will be taking your bets and also a percentage of the winnings. So if anybody wants to place a bet against my intelligent intellect, you're welcome to do it through Mr. Fly Conti over there. Gav, welcome to the stream. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you. Welcome. Who else is lurking in the chat there? I'm just struggling because I'm sort of half choking on my own saliva at the moment. So please bear with me. Marcus, did I say hello to you? I think I did. But anyways, Mr. Evil, welcome. Mr. Mark Griffin is here as well. I think we just got the usuals in here today. No other people. Anyways, Mr. Brett Plays, what's going on? Welcome to you and all the lurkers watching in the chat. Mr. Johnny Mon, what's going on? Mr. Johnny Mon, have you gotten over your weekend? Man, you're a brave man. Very, very, very a brave man letting the sim fanatic stay over at your house over the weekend. So very, very brave. Hopefully you've been able to put all the bad dreams behind you. Mr. Bill Fury, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. And Mr. Captain Kookaburra Manning here as well, all the way from Ohio. I think it is. Ohio. To off Ohio we go. I know. It gets good. It gets better. Trust me, it gets better. We're just warming up. Mr. Anthony V, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was like, some toe jam had issues, and he has seriously issues about your hair. Yeah, tell me. I have issues about my hair, you know. Cleveland? I don't know. Is it, I've got nothing. Seriously. All right, let's get into the sim. I'm not as witty as I normally am, and I'm not witty at all. So let's jump into the sim. I'll put 50 on it, whether it gets better or not. What, my hair or the stream? Oh, if either one of those, I'm sure it's not going to get better. But anyways, we are in the TBM from Black Square. This is part of the steam gauge series of aircraft. So we love the 850 because it's the steam gauge version. But they are making a full version of the actual aircraft. So pretty much just the interior and a couple of bits of the exterior have been, the whole interior and the steam gauges and the flight mechanics and all that sort of stuff has been modeled in this particular product, and some of adjustments to the outside model, but they'll be doing a whole new version, I think called the Pro version. So the famous Oz Flight Sim wit, well, at least half of it. Yeah, no, it's all right. Junior got all the wit in the family, I think. What part of... okay, Aaron's talking. All right, I do need to set some cameras up, so bear with me because I haven't actually flown this as well. Are you a real pilot similar to Pringle? If you're asking me, negative, Ghost Rider. I don't know how to fly planes. I just pay my my annual pilot's fee yesterday. Holy cow. Getting expensive now. But I don't fly planes at all. All right, let's and there's look at this little guy over here. Can you see he's missing some teeth? Little dude over here missing some teeth. All right. Let's just do some camera views here for a quick second. All right, that one there, and we might just zoom in here to all the Garmins, because we've got a primary and a secondary set up. There we go. And don't scratch my plane, dude. Don't scratch my plane. All right, and we'll get some outside at wing shots there. So always getting heckled by this guy wherever I go. There we go. All right, let's do this one here. Cool. Are you going to jump in your plane, Hados, or is it going to take you an hour to figure out? Actually, no, that's me. Yo, so we got that view and then that view. And look, there's Beto. There's his little friend. Pilots' fees are plus the certification to keep up on the airstrip. Yeah. Yeah, I got to pay annual fees, membership fees and so forth every year. And then they send me an email after I pay. Oh, by the way, we've noticed you haven't done your BFU or your biannual review of late. You're due for one. Please don't go flying because your insurance won't be covered unless you do it. Pretty much is what they've said. So, morning, Shane. Mr. Dave Cleary, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Let's do one underneath so we can get some landing gear here. Pull this back here. And hopefully I can remember how to actually fly this thing. Interesting. Do we actually want that probe? I like being probed, but we might just cut it out. Go there. Okay, that should do us. Johnny Bud says, hello there, Tony, but it feels like I was just talking to you. That would have been an interesting conversation, Johnny Bud. And let's go for a bit of a GoPro view out here. There we go. Is always good if you want to do landing replays, which we won't be. All right, let's get this thing started up. Let's turn some sim sounds on and see if we can actually remember how to fly this girl. That should be fun. So we are putting exclamation mark flight plan. And because we flew in here the other day and the scenery looked great, we're going to be doing some hops around some local airports as we head back to Vancouver. That's not the whole flight plan. What's going on there? What is going on there? That's a bit weird. It didn't copy the whole thing. Hang on, I'll fix that up. Fix that up in chat. But Aaron, thank you very much for the $5 dono. I appreciate it. There we go. There's the full flight plans actually in there now. Not sure what happened about that. A big thank you to our friends over at Just Flight for supporting the streams. Mr. Ozgrillo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Exclamation mark flight plan. And that should work today properly. Should work properly. All right, let's see if we can remember how to actually start this old girl. And see if we can actually work this out and see how much fuel. Actually, let's have a look at the fuel limits in here. Loading. Large strobe effects. That's cool. Actually, I always turn that off on this thing here. Let's go to the payload. How much fuel? We've got 221 kilos in each. That'll do. That'll do nicely. We'll actually take that. That gives an endurance of 2.5. Actually, let's pop that up a little bit. Let's give us an endurance of 3.1. We'll put a little extra half an hour on there. That'll be fine. All right. I'm going to pop this away because I'm not even going to use it to start the engine. We're just going to do it the old fashioned way, how pilots used to do it. All right. Let's get rid of the bar here. And turn some music off so we can listen to the plane starting. Let's turn some batteries on. We're going to do a battery start here, so hopefully we don't hot start the thing. Nav lights can go on. And downstairs, turn off these guys here. We're going to go over to the aux pump. We're going to turn that on. And make sure that's in there. We'll make sure that the throttle is not in the position. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's go for a start straight away. I'll put the ignition onto auto. Let's hit the starter. See if we can get the prop to turn around. There she goes. She's turning. Clear prop. Watch the NG. Add the fuel. Look for hot starts and hung starts. There we go. ITT 734 in the green. Give it all the fuel. And And there we go. She's starting to come down. Nice. Everything is in the green. Nice, cool start for the plane. All right, let's go upstairs and turn the starter off. And the battery, we're going to keep that on there. Generators can go over to the mains. Happy, 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 joy, joy. All right, let's go and turn some bits and pieces on. I'm actually going to turn the fuel over to auto. I can find the little sensor for it. I'm going off by memory because I haven't flown this for a while, so there we go. What does that keep doing that for? There we go. Cool. Happy days. Let's go and do my favorite switch in here. Oh, you gotta love that noise. Gotta love that noise, and we'll go and turn some avionics. And radios are on, waiting for the thing to line up here. But pitot heats can go on. Inertial separator we won't worry about at the moment. And I think we're all good at the moment. I think it's looking good. We're actually going to turn on the autopilot to a standby position there. That's pretty good considering we haven't flown this thing in a long time. We actually remembered how to actually start her up. So actually I forgot to turn on all the actual stuff here. There we go. And let's go enter, let it grab some satellites, and then we'll put the flight plan in. 2000. Bleed air can go to auto. Have we got anything left on the announcer panel? Parking brakes on. That is to, should have been up to auto, not to on. And we are not going to fly any more than 14,000 feet, so we're going to leave that there. And cabin temperature, everything should be good to go. Not too bad. I got another 44 minutes of my night shift is done, and I can go home. Well, at least you get to watch a bit of a flight sim while you've got a little bit left of time to go. Man, these planes, I love flying the TBM. It's a good plane to fly. Gets you places from A to B super quick, and you can do a lot of different things with it. And anything that Black Square touch is really, 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 really good. So we like flying it. Let's not put that into beta. All right, just waiting for the satellites to click in. Mr. Anthony V said, would the Black Square TBM 850 board on the marketplace also be updated native in 2024? Well, they have, yeah, I don't know because I didn't do a news video because I was away. No, I can't remember. I haven't done one for 2 weeks, but I don't know. Did they update it? If you go... I'd say it probably would. I don't know if they did an update though. Let's have a look. Let's have... Oh, they're doing the top rated landmark sale again now. There we go. They drop a sim update and then they start doing sales. They did the aircraft sale, now they're doing more sales. New to products this week, MS Sceneries dropped in a 747-100. For Christ's sakes. Updates this week? No hot start no TBM for Black Square. I don't even think they did a 2020 update, so maybe like this week or something like that you might see one. FS Reborn did the F500 update. They actually done a bunch of updates for 2020, but no, not in the marketplaces yet. More crap, wonderful. Yeah, so MS Sceneries has gone from the military jets, Ponty, and now they've gone and attacked all the friggin' airlines. It's just marketplace spam. It pisses me off. But they're obviously making money. Someone's buying it. Someone's buying it. All right. Flaps going down. Let's put in the first spot that we're going. Oh my god, look at the marketplace, and 9 out of 10 aircraft for MS Sceneries. Yeah, it is. That's why I've been cracking the poos in the videos of late when we get to the marketplace section. They're just, it's all just shit. And you'll look, and if you have a look at it with the marketplace releases, it's very, very similar to when 2020 come out. You've got things like night lighting packs and all that sort of shit. So just people, just them getting, you know, getting in there and grabbing money. Grabbing the money. Oh, it's supposed to finish my flight plan. Johnny One says it's been a slow night, unfortunately. It's like that when you just want to go home and it's just dragging on and on and on and on. So we're starting off at Charlie Alpha Alpha 8 and we're going to Charlie Yankee Charlie Golf for the first one. So let's go and put a direct one in there. What is it? Charlie Yankee Charlie Golf. And it should be about 97 nautical miles or so from my little charts here. And shoot out of there. And we could come in a couple of ways. We could fly over the top and come down this way. We might actually do that because that might be a bit more interesting to have a look at the scenery as we fly over the Rockies today. We'll see. The flag's not really doing much. So as we get a little bit closer, we'll see which runway we're going to take off from. Flight Sim 2020 is the GOAT. Benny. No one does it better than Benny Big Bucks in 2020. No one. He's like the only one that's still in there. GPS is on. Cool. All right. I forget, where's the button for GPS and to turn it to... put that up to 5. Is there a switcheroo button here? Like a GPS, non-GPS button? I forget. Anyways. Can I put the oil dampener on there? No. Alright, where's the parking brake on this thing? Where's the friggin' parking brake on this thing? There it is there. Alright, we're ready to roll. CDI GPS? Ah, okay. Shit. Hang on, I gotta put the parking brake on. My rudder pedals are sliding. Alright, now we should be good to go. There we go. Don't want to run into Hades' special little plane here. There we go. Under the yoke, Oz Flight Simmer. I actually don't have the yoke in. I've been messing around with the Moser force feedback yoke for videos and just doing some flights and setting up my settings and stuff with it. So yeah, but I'm not using it tonight. Right, where's the good old runway for this place? Is this here? This is a different airport from when we flew in the other day, isn't it? It is too. Okay. All right. Let's just get some lights happening here and just get taking off then. Strobes can go on there. Landing lights, taxi lights, everything can go on. And let's go. Putting in the inertial separator can go on. Clear on the left. Marcus Simon looks like he's already doing happy laps. This thing feels really quiet. Morning from DFW, Mr. DX1. What's going on? I keep going into beta. Or beta, that's why it keeps flashing up like that. Alright, something very, very important. Yeah, lucky I checked, hey. Lucky we checked. Because we have no flight controls, secondary or primary. So we're just going to go add those in there. Just do a quick flight check here. Yeah, up, down, left and right. That goes up, that goes down. That's good. Here she goes. That was a bit of a it's a bit slow. Let's do that again. I don't know, that felt a little bit under power. I already had my prop already in, so I just had to touch it for it to kick in, but no, that felt a little bit weird. Try this again. Just didn't feel like we had enough.
84 flaps cut off, pull off and shut off. Masters crack my door and emergency button.
Do you use a checklist, Lonsky? Come on. Do you use a checklist? And we probably better turn on the transponder. I bet you don't use a checklist to fly the TBM. All you guys backseat checklist pilots, you reckon you don't use checklists? There's Beto dropping some dust. Hell no. I know it all. There we go. Just call it a year and I'll quit the sim. Hey, what's he talking about? There's Mr. Hulk. Looking good, sir. Looking good. Took a while for the speed to come alive, that's all. There we go. That runway, the control of the runway, or the contour of the runway is a bit weird. It sort of ducks down like that. He's going up. Go, and we're actually going to go up north a little bit here, by this direction up here, and we're just going to do some hand flying to get used to the old girl. But how is the scenery around here? It's super nice. Tennessee Flight Simulation, good morning. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. G'day, 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 g'day. We're going to turn on the set off, and we're going to turn on the UNM. Doesn't want to work. Alright, there's 4,000. Flaps going up. And look at that. I love the fall colours starting to come through in the sim with seasons. Because we sort of didn't really see it last year because the sim sort of come out in November, so we sort of missed seeing it. But look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to fly up here a little bit. We'll lengthen the flight here, but we'll have awesome scenery. Amazing, absolutely amazing scenery. Crazy. It was awesome flying around here the other night, so I wanted to definitely come back and do some flying. So, all right, let me check my charts, see how far we actually going to go up before we come down. All right, we're going to be making a turn shortly. Just keep climbing up a little bit though. Thanks for coming flying with us, everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Haydel says, well, a massive issue. I'm going to reinstall Microsoft to keep up with the great work. Ooh, what sort of issues you having, Haydels? Either my screen colors are way out. You are very red this evening. Am I? Hang on. The light hitch I was messing around with because I was actually recording some hardware videos today, so my light is probably a bit out of whack. I don't like it too bright. That might make it a little bit better. See, that's a little bit too bright for me. Okay. Also reinstall. Yeah, I did a reinstall for Sim Update 3, so my install's pretty new. I think pretty much how big the installs have been whenever I'm doing new updates, I'm just doing reinstalls because it takes bugger all time to do it these days. We'll have to come back here in a bush plane and mess around with this sort of stuff and land on all the sandbars. That'll be super cool. All right, there's 10k. We're going to level off here. Or close to 10k. Landing lights can go off. And we're going to make a turn shortly. Let's trim this aircraft a little bit here. And props good. Everything's in the green. Wait. Get it trimmed up. Get some speed happening here. And let's make a trip. Make a turn. And we're going to head this way. Anybody been messing around with Sim Update 4? I'm not sort of one that sort of wants to jump into the Sim Updates. I'd rather wait for him to come out, but I think a few people that were having trouble with Sim Update 3 sort of jumped into Sim Update 4 and see if they've seen any improvements. Alright, let's turn on the pilot on here in a second. Get the heading bug to be where we need it to go. And autopilot master's on. And let's turn on heading bug. Is there altitude can go on? Or dampener go on as well. There we go. We'll just flight this one. Mr. Nobody Important, what's going on? I ran up SU4. Malaysia had no wheel brakes. Nice. Nice. I wonder if that was just an aircraft thing or was that a sim thing? Look at that. We are at 11,000 feet. And we still have got decent graphics too, which is interesting. Because normally when you get above 10,000, they go pretty blurry. So far, so good. Ernie, what's going on? Any problems? Sim Update 4? Some people said that some airplanes aren't working due to they need to be some updates like the Phoenix and so forth, which is self-explanatory. That stuff's going to happen with an update. Definitely a bush trip error. Yeah, I think so. Just even cruising up this thing. So we'll definitely have to have a look at it. I think we'd have a lot of fun. So They probably do a lot of mining and stuff around here, I would say. But yeah, we'll definitely have to fly some bush planes up here. But we're only just going over this section of the Rockies here, and then we're going to be cutting back into another gully just down the track here, going to where we need to go. Basically, we'll be following a river pretty much all the way in. So, just be cutting over. Sim thing, the longitude had, it's a sim thing, okay, longitude had the same problem. Well, that's what they call it, a beta or a beta, depending on how you'd like to say it. But yeah, that's why they call those things, you know. And we'll probably see 27 different versions of it. I'm not expecting the beta to be fully released until late October, maybe November. Ooh, it's a shit show. Yeah, well, if people want to trial it, they can. If not, just stay in the public release and wait for them to release it, I say. I like to say it's the way it's meant to be. I like to say it's the way it's meant to be. Don't know about that. There we go. Look at those 3D trees. I still haven't messed around with my settings yet since Sim Update 3 has come out. I need to actually up them. But I haven't really worried about it too much because, as I mentioned, I got very frustrated with the sound settings and stuff on Sunday. So I've started the process on building a new PC. So I'm probably not going to mess around with settings too much when it comes to this PC anyway, spending the time to do it. I see there's a release of the Jurassic Park, I think, from Orbex. Yeah, pass. I'll pass. I will definitely pass on that one. It's sort of already, like, obviously they've gone and modeled the Jurassic Park island. I wonder if they've got license to do it. Doubtful. Turn off the heading bug. And we'll hand fly this one. But SoFly already did dinosaurs in the sim, which are located anywhere around the world, actually. It looks interesting. Yeah, I'll pass. Now, I installed the SoFly one because we're good friends with our friends over at SoFly, and that was a bit of fun. I think they did it in conjunction with a film studio. Oh, there you go. At least they did it correct. Where's the license? Oh my god, I did coffee already. Holy cow. Because I stayed up late last night watching some stuff. So now I'm like super tired. Past my bedtime today. All right. There we go. How good does this thing fly? It gets you up in the air, can get you decent altitudes, it flies a decent speed. It's just, it's a nice little plane to fly. It's got a lot of things you can mess around with, so it's just a cool little bird to fly. And she's good old steam gauges as well. Well, not, you know, not all steam gauges, but you know. Zoom that out as well. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't recommend any products from Orbex these days. All right, we're going to follow this river all the way down. Yeah. and just have a good, nice look at the scenery. Once we get to the first airport, we'll do, which will be Charlie Yankee, Charlie Golf. This is probably one of the longest leg of the flights today. We've got about 5 airports, but once we get to there, we'll be definitely doing a coffee break if I'm yawning already half an hour into the stream. And that's why I'll leave it alone. There's Gab. Is that because of my recommendations? Or is it because it's like Jurassic Park in Flight Sim? There we go. Too many buttons. For the TBM. No, Gav. No. Gav, we need to get you sorted out with a good GA plane to get you started. I would recommend, if you want to do something nice and slow to get started with a GA, is probably, say, the Just Flight Warrior, because she's handles very, very well in the sim. She's a little bit quicker than the Tomahawk, and she'll get you the fundamentals of GA. So yeah, I would recommend checking that out, and we can do some Warrior, some GA Piper flights. Tiger Moth, yeah, a little bit too slow. Brim and pitch. Oh, we just teach you the fundamentals, Gav. It's fine. Now that Sim Update 3's out, with the new PC build, I'll get it set up so I can start flying some helicopters again. I'll tell you what, though, I'll be way out of practice with them, but that'll be a lot of fun. The Death Warrior, definitely the Warrior or the Arrow. Yeah, I was thinking the Warrior just because it's a little bit slower than, say, the Arrow, and it doesn't have complex, it's not a complex aircraft, as in, yeah, so the reason why I'm suggesting the Warrior, it's because it's got a fixed prop on it, so it doesn't actually have a prop on it, so you don't have to worry about it. So you basically got your mixture and your throttle. Because I know you've mentioned before you don't understand how the complex works, so to get started with your first GA, I'd recommend, yeah, he doesn't want to do anything with that's actually got like a complex aircraft. And when I'm saying complex aircraft, I'm not saying that it's a complex aircraft to fly. It's just that's what they'll actually call this setup here, is a complex setup, because it's pitch and prop and throttle. Warrior's fixed gear as well. That's why I was recommending it. Yeah, just to get into GA, because Gav flies a lot of airliners and doesn't really fly GA, but you mentioned he'd like to do a little bit, so good plane to learn off. We got a little bit of a dam down here, do we? Dude, it looks like they did dam that off. Damn it, Daniel! Get back in the van with those white vans. We'll have a look. We're at the moment with no work on reduced wages this month. Oh. Is it that just time of the year for you, or is that a bit abnormal? It's a bit of weird times in the world at the moment. There's Mr. Marcus Simmer over there. I think your mount that you purchased goes out tomorrow from memory. Scenery's looking top notch. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Yeah, it's we flew here the other day, and I was like, "Oh, we need to fly in here again, something a bit lower and slower." And then obviously the TBM popped out and said, "Yeah, perfect." Tried setting up my Brave. I think he means the Bravo throttle quadrant for complex twin today. Holy dooly! Yeah, The Bravo's definitely. I haven't used it in 2024. I don't use the Bravo. I don't use the Alpha. I only use them to mod the flight sim mods off. I don't actually use them in the sim because I've got other things. But I've heard that they're interesting to set up. Are you on live weather? Probably not. No, I don't think I am. I think I might have just turned it off before. No, I'm on live weather. I'm on live weather, but I wasn't obviously on live time. Yeah, we're on live. Well, no, because I've changed the time, so it's going to flip off, isn't it? But it's live weather still. I can't remember what time I had it. That'll do. Maybe I wasn't because I didn't have clouds before, so I'd say it said it was live, but maybe I wasn't because I didn't have any clouds before. Now I've got cloud levels, so I'd say it wasn't. You're a few miles behind us. No, the Bravo is awesome at a piece of hardware. Just need a degree to learn how to program it. Yeah. Look, it's absolutely awesome, but yeah, I just don't use it anymore. I never really used the Bravo much, to be honest. Richo says, Captain Kookaburra, yes, it's fun to set up, not even though the delay bug is improved. Is there a delay in the controls when it comes to the Bravo? I believe, what was it that the guys over at Honeycomb, like the new owners of Honeycomb, released some hardware the other day, I believe. I think it was just like their downgraded version of the Alpha or something. Honeycomb Aeronautical. I think they released something the other day. The Alpha Light, yeah, it was the Alpha Light they just released. Which is basically an Alpha with no friggin' buttons on the front. I'll copy and paste this over so we can have a smidge. Wonder how much they're charging for this. So it's basically, they released this guy the other day, which is basically the Alpha shell. It just doesn't have any of the buttons. It's got the buttons on the actual joystick. Introducing the Alpha flight controls light first entry to the Honeycomb light range, perfect for entry level. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the Bravo throttle quadrant light coming Q4. So, where's the shop part? How do I buy one? $200. $200. 200 smackers for that. I'm assuming that's in US dollars too. Hang on, am I sitting in Australia when I'm logging into this thing? Premium flight controls send from the US. Free shipping, returns, local custom. I think it's got me picked up in the US. So that'll be US currency. Freaking exchange rate on that. That's like nearly $300. US to AUD. Yeah, $300. $300 for a Alpha with no buttons. No, thank you very much. It's not very light on the price. No buttons. It's good if you have other controls. Yeah. The Mosaic would be great with the 850 in VR. It's a dream to fly around here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still messing around with the actual settings of the Mosaic, Marcus. I bought the old Cytec Logitech yoke for like $100 on the marketplace. It works a treat. It will do you. Yeah. Has a massive though dead zone on it though, Captain Kookaburra. I was actually going to throw mine out. I've actually got one. I was going to throw it out. Then I've been getting a lot of requests. Hey, Maple. I've been getting a lot of requests for people go, could you do some flight sim mod stuff with that? And pretty much all the alpha stuff should work on it, but I just need it to double check it. Where are we flying at the moment, Mr. Rule DH? If you put Dave, I should say, if you put in exclamation mark flight plan, we're going between the first and the second airport. We're going to be making a right-hand turn just up here. Just up here. $300 for an alpha of no switches? Come on, man. I wonder how many are they going to sell. Sticking it with the fulcrum until it breaks. Then going to force feedback. Wasn't the fulcrum... I thought the fulcrum was force feedback though, wasn't it? I stand by my comments when it comes to Alpha Bravo. I won't be buying another. I will look elsewhere. What did you say about it though, Evil? On the Moser Discord. Yeah, I'm just getting it to real world pilot experience realistic though, Marcus. So I did that with the Moser yoke, and once I got it with the Moser yoke, I left it there. So I mean the Moser stick. I'm contemplating face planting at the wall due to my enjoyment. It's sort of kind of funny when it's not me having Microsoft Flight Simulator problems. Oh, Hados. Hados only gets time to do Flight Sim a couple of times a week, and he's spending one of those times a week on bloody the actual trying to get the sim fixed. Share your ABN setup on Discord. I could. If people are interested, I could. No force feedback. Big selling point was the interchangeable yoke handles, but they never got that far. Yeah. Yeah, the yoke or the yoke's got a little bit more settings to play around with than the stick, but it I'll be setting it up really similar. I've sort of only messed around with it a little bit. I haven't messed around with it too much. As I mentioned, I'm in the process of a new PC build, so I'm sort of a bit focused on that at the moment. So. All right, let's going to drop some prop down a little bit here. I'm just slowing down. I'm doing about, what are we doing, Marcus? 250. And let's turn a little bit more. Do you have a no beam point? Do you have an AB9 as well? Do you? We sort of went down here a bit of a long-winded way, but I thought it would be nice to have a look at. I'm actually going to do some hand flying in a second and start reducing some of our altitude, because we're pretty much just going to be flying the river now. Oh, you have the AB9 and the A210. Yeah, we released a keyboard stand for the A210, and I've got them, but I haven't. Oh, actually, here it is here. That's it. They've released it on FS Mods, and I've got a. What have we got? We've got a Wing PAP3 and a FCU amount. They're all ready to go. I've just got to actually list them on the store sometime this week. Using the V1 flight stick? Yes. Yep. I actually sold my V1 flight stick. Been selling a lot of my flight sim stuff to be able to afford the PC build. So, like things like, I don't know, and Nelly, it's like It's like losing a child, but my Yoko, the Yoke original, gone. Captain's pack. What did I sell? I've sold the Virtual Flow Yoko the Yoke, the original one. I've still kept my plus. We sold a Thrustmaster side stick, the Thrustmaster Captain's pack, the V1 light stick, and then the V1 other V1 thing. So yeah, I've been selling a pack of stuff. Where is Fozzie? I heard you helped me get into 2024. Jesus, things, rumors, it's all a hoax. He got there by himself. But I don't know, he was here before. It's pretty early in his neck of the woods, or late in his neck of the woods. All right, let's turn the AP off. And we're just going to hand fly for a little bit. I sit my Stream Deck on my 8-inch touchscreen on my Yoke and keyboard. It lives elsewhere. There we go. Yeah, each their own. You sort of got to maximize when you start having things like force feedback hardware on your desk. Because they're big and bulky, you've sort of got to manage your desk space the best way you can. Unfortunately, because you're usually clamping them in and that sort of stuff. So yeah, but he's not normal. I know. He was here before at the start of the stream. He's probably fallen asleep. I don't know what time it would be where he is. I assume it's still like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. All right, we're on our way down. My monitor is on an extended arm, so it extends it right over the yoke. Oh, there you go. I should do one of those videos. Aaron Reams does them a lot, but I should do a YouTube video where we get people to send pictures or videos in of their flight sim setups and do a video talking about that. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, I'd be more than happy to do it because I love looking at people's flight sim setups. One of the reasons why we did flight sim mods to improve and help people's setups and stuff, but desk is a rat nest of cables. Yeah, I'm a minimalist, or however you say it when it comes to cabling. I installed cable racks underneath mine. I actually need to go and spend some time because obviously you pull them out, pull them back in, do different ones. But I installed cable racks when I built my custom desk, so I've got all my cables running under racks as much as I can. And I have hubs that are actually double-sided taped to the bottom of the desks and stuff like that, so there's hardly any cords lying around and everything comes through minimalist. Yeah. And then the cords are coming through the back. So because I still run, I don't use a USB keyboard or a Bluetooth keyboard. I still run with a cable. I still use a mouse with a cable because I just find them better. And then when my last keyboard broke, I just used my old, I've been using this $25 keyboard for like forever because it just lasts. It's like a $25 keyboard. Because I had like a $300 keyboard and it broke. And then I've used this $25 one for like 4 years and it's been great. Need to rerun your air. The thing is, you get it all set up evil perfectly, and then over time when you get new things, new joysticks or whatever, it sort of gets a little bit messy, and then you've got to redo it all. So when I do install a new PC, I'll rerun all the cords again, obviously. Heating it up. Alright, is this the airport where we were at the other day? I think it might be. Getting a little bit of bumps on the stick here. I'm a Maximus. I have cables running up the walls up the ceiling. I try to keep it as neat as possible. But obviously when you're streaming, you've got cameras and lights and stuff. So I'd probably have a few more things on my desk than what some other people have. And I'm actually going to turn that light down just a smidgen. Because it is in my eyes and I don't want to wear... It reflects off my bloody glasses because I'm an old man. I wish I could just type in. It's these things on the Elgato things on a slider, and I wish I could just friggin' type the percentage in. There we go. Just turn it down a smidgen. But no, you got to use the stupid slider. Cross your fingers, everybody. Cross your toes. Hados is going to see if he can get flying again. I think this is the little place we flew in the other day. Let's see a windsock here. That's the other thing is with the blurriness of the sim. Freaking can't see windsocks. There is one there though. Thinking that's one just there. Can't see what it's doing yet. If you set up AI agents, they'll do everything for you. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to fix my cabling? Is it going to be like the Borg, but little dudes? I can't see that flag. Which is bullshit, because in real life I would be able to see the flag and what it's doing. It's sitting down the pole, so I don't think it matters which way we come down, to be honest. Resistance is futile, yes. Putting heaps of trim in so we can get at appropriate flap speed here. Loving the fall trees here. Another couple of weeks it should look really good. Did I drop a flap then or not? And he's going down. Flaps all the way. There we go. And we're going to make our way in. Make this short. Beautiful part of the world. It'd be really, really interesting to live here. Very, very picturesque. It's probably, to be honest, in real life, it's probably a shitbox place, but hey, it looks great in the sim. There's a golf course there. It's probably not too bad. Are we landing at 07S next or flying? No. We're going to be landing at the mall. I made the first leg. I sort of went a little bit longer on the leg. Oh, shit. Hang on. I got to get on my rudder pedals here. Sorry. Oh, this is where we were the other day. Holy cow. I slipped that the wrong way. He's going up, going around. I stuffed that up. Yeah, I stuffed that up. I'm keep in flap speed. You lined up with the 3D trees. There's nothing wrong with that. They look amazing. But yeah, I stuffed it. I got sidetracked. Probably because we were talking about the Borg. Jesus Christ. How many people are in the circuit here? Are you guys talking to each other or are you just going for it? I think they're going for it. There's freaking every man and his dog over there. Might have to extend. Holy cow. It's busy. Do you love it? Yeah. Yep. And they said they couldn't do it with 2020, which was bullshit. They could. They were just doing a new sim. You lot need ATC? They do need ATC. I'm getting a bit of turbulence here, actually. I've got Marcus Sim around over here. I don't know what he's doing. I'm trying to freaking slow down here. I've got Marcus Simmer. What is he doing here? He just cut in underneath us. He did. He's flying his own circuit. Does the sim mic work if we were in the same group? Yeah, if you've got something like same tensions, it does. So if we were all on same tensions together, we would be able to hear each other's call-outs. I'm not using it today. Actually, I haven't used it much, to be honest, of late. I've got a sync rate on because I'm actually slipping the plane in. But I've never used it. There's a sim mic, I've never used it. I don't think it does. Alright, we're going to come out of this slip in a second. Out of the slip. And we'll arrest the slip and the sink. She's a bit bumpy though. Now we're getting a bit of a crosswind now. The wind's buffering around a little bit. Not the best landing, but take it. Use all available runway here. Sorry guys, I had the sim volume turned down then. Sinking fast and floating a mile. Yeah. Yep. Yep. We definitely got a fair bit of ground effect from the plane. But that was my first landing with her in 2024. So we can only improve from there, I'm thinking. There we go. But very, very cool nonetheless. And I didn't actually have any lights on. Did I? No. Good old light simmer. Back at this airport. And this thing wants to taxi quick. You do have beta. I used it at the end. When I remember I had it. At the very end, I used it. Basically, once I passed the runway entry, I used it. All right, I'm just going to taxi up here and load the next flight plan in. Then I'm just going to go and make a quick coffee because I'm going to go and check on the girls. Need to get some liveries on this TBM, to be honest. I always struggle with the ground effect. I get to the touchdown point and then float to the middle. Yeah, it's because you're still coming in too quick then. There is certain Striker. There is certain models of aircraft that aren't using the ground effect model in the sim properly, but Black Square, I would imagine, would use it effectively because they're just that type of developer. Oh, I was going to turn in there, but I can't. We're just going to give little Mr. Glenn Flight Sim Oz. We're just going to give him a kiss. Oh no, he doesn't want a kiss. We're going to give him a kiss on the tip. Actually, that didn't sound very good at all. On the wingtip. Actually, no, I'm not even going to do that now after I've said that. I can't believe I said that. Oh my god. No. No. Oh no. I can't believe. Get your mind out of the gutter. Can I AI that? No, you cannot AI that. Zimmer Blitz, what's going on? Most Aussies thing I've heard all night, mate. I can't believe I said
We got a
that.
flame out, Mav. Engine 1 is out. Engine 2 is out. I'm losing control. I'm losing control. I can't control it. It won't recover.
I've said some stupid things on the streams here, but that one is up there. All right. We are just going to park it around here. My mind is where you led me. Ah, you poor bugger, Lonsky. You poor bugger. Oh, my God. All right. We're going to keep the engines running. We are going to pop on the brake here and... No, don't. Stop it. Yeah. It was an
This will
honest
cover
mistake.
the legal costs for all accusations against you in kissing his tip.
Oh no! How do we get ourselves into this? It was an honest mistake. All right, I was talking wingtips. All right, I'm gonna go and make coffee. You guys just behave yourselves. All right. Alrighty. It's only a bad thing if you think it's a bad thing, you know? It's only a bad thing if you think it's a bad thing. Haydos says, what's this weird do you mean? Guys, can you tell me the best flight sim game with the best control, best cockpit like 3D? I don't care about outside graphics, and that should be low end. Are you saying what's the best sim? I would just go and pick up Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on an Xbox Game Pass. Just mess around with it and see if you like it. Is what I would do. Oh, you have nice lips, Mr. William Kelly. Probably Microsoft 2024, this, and also get 2020 X-Plane. Yeah, just go and pick it up. Cloud game it is, yeah, there you go. You could cloud game it so you don't have to worry about your PC stuff. All right, do we? Oh, we're still sitting in beta. Okay. All right, let's put in at the next airport. Let's get my schmuck flight plan. And this one's not going to be, they're all going to be a lot shorter hops. All right, so we're going to 07S. Interesting if this is actually even in here. 0. Seven. Why does that do a G? My numlock not on. Doesn't want to do 7S. There we go. How far away is that? How far is that saying? No, that's the wrong one. That's not it. It's not in here. Just keeps coming up with this one. Not what we want. Greetings, everyone. What's going on, Richard? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's not picking up that flight plan. I'm just gonna have to use my chart. It's not picking up 07S. Because it's meant to be Dorothy Scott. It says it's international. 07S. But that's right. I'll just heading bug it. So we'll be flying at 240. Will be the heading bug. 73 nautical miles. It's basically what we're going to do. So we'll just heading bug it. And we'll be fine. There we go. 240. And we'll just do it that way. And hopefully we can find it. Let's do a quick fuel jack. Feels good. All right, let's get out of here. And this thing wants to taxi quick. Hang on, what are you guys saying? It's 20 nautical miles, yeah. 0S7. Yeah, I tried 0 and I tried O, and none of them worked. It doesn't matter. I don't really need it in there because I know the direction I need to fly, and I've got charts up as well, so I can see myself. So I don't necessarily really need it. I don't need the GPS for anything for tonight. I put 07S in there. I didn't pick it up. Oh, we exceeded the torque too. We know my navigation skills. Hey, I have an endorsement for a cross-country navigation, Lonsky. I don't understand what you're saying, Margaret. It just wouldn't pick it up. 07 or 07 wouldn't pick it up. From who? From places. Do you want me to get my whiz wheel out and actually and fly it without using a GPS? No, it's not Acme because I would have blown up by now. Jesus, you guys are a friggin' tough crowd. Tell you what. Whatever. Whatever, Trevor. Beep, beep. That's probably what Haydos needs to do with his sim. Is pull someone from Acme to come and blow it up for him. That's what you get, Marcus, when you go whatever. You get some streamer being childish on the runway. That's what you get. Get a turboprop in your face. Everybody else I'll move over. Oh, Captain Kookaburra. Sorry about that. Doing tips again. One thing I would say, we do things really, really well on the channel here, even though we don't run any ATC. When we do fly GA and stuff, we do get out of everybody's way and stuff like that. So we are pretty good at being patient for our other flying friends. Yeah, it was a bit more than a tip. I don't know what Brett's waiting for. Where are you going, Mr. Brett? I think he's fallen asleep at the stick. There he goes, he's off. Just going to use the left side of the runway here. Hello pilots, what's going on? Captain Carlos, welcome to the stream. Speeds alive 60 knots. We can feel the... Oh, there's Haydos in the sim. He's getting close. Up we go. Are you in Microsoft Flight Simulator? We are. We're in 2024 Sim Update 3. Wheels going up. Look at that. So West USA center line. No. The guide, Benny. You can talk about center lines when you're flying in the same sim as me, sir. That's all I have to say about that. All right, we're going to keep gaining its altitude, and then we're turning the course 240. We may have some mountains blocking us here. Pringle says, Benny Big Buck center line is a guide. It's just a guide in 2024. Benny, you know as well as I do, there is many airports around Australia regional that don't even have center lines. So it's just a suggestion that you land with all three wheels on a runway. Actually, when I was last flying at Caloundra, they were resurfacing it, so it didn't have any lines on it whatsoever. No center lines. We're just gaining some altitude and then we'll resume at 240. Logic, yes. Benny's just such a straight. He's like straighty 180, old Benny. We're gonna have to do like a 180 here. At a 240. Mr. Firebug, what's going on? Flounder is fun to fly out of. There we go. Are you talking about the sim or real life flying? There we go. There's 240. I'm going to turn on the P-lot and then we're going to IS it up. Shit, what did I just click then? I think I just clicked something then. I'm not going to IS off. The way that I'm actually going here is... let's go to 10. Actually, we don't need to go that high. Go to 7. Shit, I've forgotten how to work this. I have forgotten how to work it. We actually might go a bit more than that. There we go. Send lines and guides. It just stops the signs suggestions. Real life, I flew the Sling 2 there. There we go. Through, I would imagine through what, at GoFly? Firebug, you are the best friends now? Yeah. He dropped a Sling 2 comment? Yeah. I like to fly in a Sling 2. Actually, we're gonna punch this up, Chewy. Because we are in a bloody 850, so we can punch it up. How's the music to voice ratio? Beautiful little plane to fly. Yeah, a lot of fun. We have a few pilots that real world pilots that join us in the chat. There's one there called Pringles, but I don't know, learning and getting your license at the Qantas Academy by reading off the back of a Wheatie box actually counts. Music? What music? Can't you hear it? I just switched it on. You can't hear that? Ah, shit. Just noticed what I was doing with my altitude indicator. Go higher. The music's good. Thank you, Big Al. Got to get out of this bumpiness over here. Oh, some stutters there too. The next airport to land? No. It is, we are landing at 0S7. 0S7. Your meter's there? 0S7, yeah. So we've only landed at one airport, Captain Carlos, so we're on to the second one. Yeah. It's not too far to get to anyway. We'll be there pretty quickly. Just a little bit off course, just a smidgen. But yeah, we're already a third of the way there. It's 73 nautical miles to get the 0S7, so it won't take long in the TBM. I'm not permitted in the Discord member chat chain. Are you first class, Johnny Mon, or business class? I can't differentiate between the two here right now, that's all. If you're business class, it won't put you in. If you're in the first class, it will pop you in. Yeah, just have a look, because it's all green on the chat. It doesn't let me know which one's which is a bit of a pain in the backside. I wish it did different colors. I know he's all class. See if I can have a look while we're cruising here. I probably got to disable the bot and just have a look at it, because it's been a while since I've looked at it, to be honest. Oh, YouTube's changed it all. Interesting. YouTube's changed the membership back thing here. Shit, I don't know how to look it up without messing around with it. They've friggin' changed it. Sugar bags. Oh no, I was in the wrong section. Let's see if we can find Johnny It shouldn't be too far. We don't actually have many members at the moment. No, I don't think you're in the first class. That's why it won't let you in. You're in first class? Hang on, I'll have another look. They've changed the back end on it when I have a look at it, which is a bit weird. Oh, why does it keep doing that foolish thing? Sorry, it's hard to look at this stuff while you're streaming. I think I just saw you. You are. I'll manually add you for now, Johnny. Just say hello in the general chat, and then I'll just slot you in. If you can just say hello in the general Discord chat, I'll just manually add you. Obviously, the bot's still screwed. Mr. Slippery Burger, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, just that's all right. I checked it, Johnny. Just say hello in the general chat, and I can quickly add you in. It will take me if you want to pop in and say g'day to the drop bears. Up to you. There he is. Yeah, all fixed, sir. Yeah, all fixed. There we go. All right. Back to the flying. All right. So we're a little bit off to the left here. So we're about to come over a little river. Yeah, if we've actually where Firebug is, if we actually follow that, that'll take us all the way into where we need to go. So we are going to change heading bug because we're a smidgen off course here, and then we will go that direction there. I hope you're doing well, Slipperyberg. The honey gives it away. Love the look of the concentration. Hey, Saki, what's going on? We've got all the, what should I say, the Twitch, do the stream over that. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All the Twitch degenerates, I should say. The Twitches? No, I was saying degenerates. The Twitch, no, degenerates. The Twitch degenerates. You know, we're in the Black Scare TBM because it got updated to native or the native 2024. But yes, trouble has definitely hit the chat. And we're just cruising around in the Rocky Mountains in southern Canada, because the fall seasons are just starting to hit into the sim. See patches of the trees starting to change, which is super nice. I think where the Dread is over there, that's probably where the airport is. Lonsky's, oh shit, we've got a weather front coming through there. That's interesting. See that, Mr. Richo? We've got a weather front coming in. That's going to always be a pain in the ass. Lucky we're in a good aircraft, but that's sort of going to affect things a little bit. But we are going to be sort of flying up north next. But yeah, interesting. I can't believe we're, what, 2 hours into the stream? Yeah, 2 hours into the stream, and we're only getting into the second airport out of like 6 airports tonight. I'm only on live weather and time, but I do not see the weather system. And maybe because I changed my time. They let anyone into the chat? Yeah, we let you into the chat too, Benny. Vancouver doesn't look fun now. I tell you what, when I used to live in Vancouver in the real world, very, very, very interesting. The weather changed there so quickly. Sometimes you could see the weather rolling through the mountains over the bay and into the city. And there would be times, because we lived on like a floor level, I think it was 23 or something like that. And it doesn't actually rain in Vancouver City Square much, but it snows in the suburbs, but it would be snowing at level 23. You could put your hand out the window and you'd catch snow like that. But then if you go down to street level, it's rain. It is always interesting. Always freaking raining in that place though. Just rains in Vancouver a lot. Well, it was when I lived there. All right, so we are back on the heading. So we're just going to switch this back to 240 now. Gentleman sounds the same as Willie VR. This is awesome. It's like a well-tuned twin engine. Oh, is both Johnny Mon and Willie in there? God help you all. God help you all. Yeah, okay. I moved the timeline and the clouds right overhead. I got similar weather now. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got my time set pretty close to the middle of the day. It might be like 1 o'clock now. Yeah, one quarter past. And the airport is just over here. Confused weather just like Melbourne. Firebug, I would say it would change quicker than Melbourne. It would come in quicker. And it does in the winter. In the summer, it's nice. It's beautiful there in the summer and the spring. But the winter's, yeah, interesting. But I guess it's probably like that to the northern states of America too, I guess, being in around that sort of part of the world. But I didn't live in those areas. I just lived in Vancouver. All right, by looks of it, the airport's just over this peak here, where Dread is there. So, and then we've got Richo lining up there. But if we go off from the other airport, the wind is going to be going down the runway from our right to our left. So I'm thinking that we'll overfly the airport and then do a 180 come in. Because I'm assuming that the wind should favor around about 3-3. So. They sound the same. It's gold. Haydos, have you had to explain to Johnny Mont about your sometimes you're hard to understand when you talk because you're your lip? Have you explained that to him? You might need to. Just saying. Alright, we're pretty high here. The Johnny Mon, the drop bears are a little bit more aggressive than the Sim Fanatic crew. Just saying, it's a bit more lovey-dovey over there in the Sim Fanatic crew, but because all the drop bears are mostly Australians, it's anyone's game over there. It's in the DA62, the diamond. I need to pick up the Cow's diamond, Pringle. I don't own it. I take offense to that, Shane. See, Lonsky thinks he's a little bit more civilized. Mind you, though, Lonsky has only visited us 3 times in the last 12 months. I believe he visited us once in like December last year, and then last stream and this stream. So I don't think Lonsky can really have a say in the matter, you know? He's got to actually attend the class, so to speak. Gives the Aussies credit. Oh, you're probably a bona fide Aussie now anyway, Aaron. Been around the traps long enough. Alright, we're going to be slowing down here. I tried to make all the landing strips like near water and mountains just to make them interesting approaches. Is what I tried to do. VR in Microsoft 2024 doesn't seem to be wanting to play nicely together. Yeah, apparently the VR in Sim Update 4 is meant to be good though, Haydos. Do you know what? Sometimes it's just like I was on Sunday when I couldn't stream. Turn the computer off, go to bed, and then next day it just decides to work properly. Oh God. Here comes Aaron's alter ego. Aren't you meant to be taking pills for that, Aaron? If you thought about picking up the Black Square TBM 850, you can pick it up over on the Just Flight website. Now it said it's native, and I think you can pick it up in the Contrail store. I know Black Square have got some of their aircraft at the Contrail store. I don't know if they've got this one, but if there is, you might as well use the discount code we have, because it'll be the cheapest way you could pick it up at the moment. Never mind, the computer works for me. Turn off, go to bed, and everything. Well, this is the thing. So last Sunday, Big Al, when I had sound issues, like my Stream Deck wasn't talking to my Wavelink and any of that sort of stuff, I turned the PC off, turned it off by the power plugs, did that once or twice. I think it was twice. I restarted it twice as well and didn't turn it off at the plugs. I did that first. Wouldn't work, and then I cracked the poos. And then I made up my mind saying, because I've been having trouble with this PC for a while now. And then next day, turned it on. Freaking everything was fine. Gives you the shits. Look at that. How good is this sim? Look at the rocks and stuff popping out there. Trees in the middle. Shadows. Benny, you don't get shadows like that in 2020. Just saying, that's only a 2024 feature. But you wouldn't really know, would you though, Benny Big Bucks? Full flaps. In 10 minutes to my bedtime, mate, so I don't think I'll enjoy spending my night problem solving. Night, mate. Take it easy. I look forward to sending you some more dodgy Instagram links over the week. One of my favorite parts of the day is sending Hados a dodgy Instagram link. Where I fly, you don't need shadows. Yeah. And we're trimming like a boss. I'll change that to... There we go. Celsius. That makes fun of us. There you, mate. Get some more trim into you. Did I hear, Shane, I'll be graduating from Xbox after 2 years building my very own first PC. Stay tuned. Should it be going by early 2026? Are you going to build it yourself, or are you going to get Simfanatic to build it for you, or are you going to build your own? You'll be amazed with Simfanatic's help. Oh, geez, I'm getting some turbulence here. You'll be amazed of the world that opens up with what you can do with a PC. It changes the simming experience massively. Yeah. Simfanatic's help. Very, very windy. Oh, it's actually saying we've got a tailwind of 10 knots. Could I? Yeah, the TBM 850s, because it's a Black Square plane, Captain Carlos. So they've done a way better job to the aircraft. I'm getting wind gusting pushing, so this is going to be a very interesting landing. And then the flag's actually saying, so I've got 8 knot winds on my instruments, but then the flag's actually giving me a headwind. Go figure. Or is it? That would be a go around in real life, but we're going to take that. I just can't look at a flag properly. Damn it, yeah, I like that. It was a very interesting lane. It was a tailwind, yeah, definitely a tailwind. Here's me giving a big speech. I'm going to land on runway 33 because that was where we had the headwind 70 miles away, and it should be, I think in theory, it'd be very, very similar, but no, it wasn't. can be, say it, evil. Evil's just gone through the PC build in the last 2 weeks. It can be a bit of a headache. I'm just about to do the same thing. I've been putting it off, to be honest. One is due to the dollars has been the main problem. And the other thing is it's always, you know, once you get your parts, it's a 2-week sort of thing. I've made 30, 40 PCs. I actually haven't built one, Brett, for like 5 years. But this one that I got last time was the pre-build. It was a pre-build from, or custom pre-build from Apex computers that we used to partner with. And then, but I've customized it. Had 2 graphics cards in it, bunch of RAM updates in it, bunch of different sort of hard drives have been put in it. What else have I put in it? Media cards have been put into it, all sorts of stuff. It's had a lot of upgrades to it over that time. What's the fuel situation? Still looking good. All right, we're just going to go back out, and I'm actually going to taxi down the runway the correct way and take off. Once you get the motherboard in and wired up, yeah. Well, a lot of the see, it's all different these days because a lot of the for people building PCs, it was actually putting the cooler on the actual CPU used to be the hardest thing because people obviously was all sort of, oh, which way you put the paste on, but all your cooling, I don't know what you guys do, but you can obviously put a paste on, or you can use all the heat sinks stuff come with paste already on them, so depends how finicky you want to be with what you want to use. I have to be cost conscious, so Symphony will help you spec it out at the past weekend, and I'm going to do bulk my component purchasing done during Black Friday sales. Yeah, also there's a lot of new stuff coming out, so there's new CPUs coming out which should then bring down the price of the current CPUs, and also GPUs as well, so they're good now with the paste already. Yeah, that's sort of changed over the last few years, hasn't it, Brett? Worst part for me is putting in the paste on the CPU and making sure that the pins are lined up. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before, William. They sort of, the pastes are generally pretty good these days already on the coolant connection. Don't have to go new everything. Yep, I get you. And sealed in water cooling. I always do sealed in water cooling on mine because of the Queensland. I've never had issues with my water cooling units. All right, let's put in the next direct 2, and hopefully this one is actually going to go in. I think 5070 Ti is the route I'm going to go for GPUs. We're going to go to Charlie Yankee Lima Whiskey. That might change depending when you want to get your stuff, because they've got the new GPUs that are coming out in October. So you might find you want to get a Super instead. We'll have to wait and see what the pricing does, but just keep that in mind. Yeah, so all the Supers are going to be 24 gigs in the GPUs. Mind you, though, if they keep getting the performance right with 2024 like they did with an improvement in Sim Update 3, the 24 gig GPUs is probably not going to be a big thing. But yeah, there's new CPUs coming out next month, Johnny Mon, so that'll change the pricing of the current CPUs. So you might get even a better deal on your 5070, or you might be able to go up a level a little bit higher for the same price. So just keep an eye out. Yeah, the 5070 Super will be 24 gigs. Yeah. So the 4080 Super, the 5070 Super is going to be both going to be 24 gigs, and then obviously the difference is like the CUDA cores, stuff like that. So, all right, hang on. Got sidetracked now because we're talking about computer parts. Because obviously I've been looking at computer parts a lot recently. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you ask, Johnny Mon. Everyone's gonna. It's like 2024 freaking settings when it comes to PC. Everyone's gonna have their own opinion. It's all gonna be a little bit different. But yeah, there is new stuff coming out, so which will generally change pricing of stuff. And you've got Intel and AMD bringing out new CPUs soon too. Right, speed's alive. Shit. Helps if I had some flaps. And like I said, Benny, the center line is only a guide. I better get in the air. I'm gonna be safer. Mr. Springbok, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Holy cow. Maybe I should look at my gauges instead of outside views of my my flaps. Might be an idea. Glenn says, ironically, the AM. I actually, for the first time in a long time, I updated my NVIDIA driver to the latest one because the latest one actually was for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So I don't normally do that, but I actually haven't had a problem with the driver. So I've been on a different driver for a long time. I usually find one that works and I stay on it and I don't move. But because this latest driver, by all means, it was for the 50 series cards, but I still updated it and it's been fine. Tony's going dinosaur hunting. Good for him. He's doing it at the Orbex Jurassic Park. No one wants to fly the plane from the inside. Well, in the real world, I like flying the plane from the inside. Try telling the police. I tell you what, right? I had to drive to Tony's hunting himself. There we go, Johnny Mon. I tell you what, I had to drive. Where did I have to drive to the other day? So where I source a particular size magnet that I only can actually get through a Bunnings. Funny enough, I can't buy it online. But it looks like they're actually going out of that range, so I'm going to have to change the size. So I've actually ordered a bunch of different ones online just to have a look at it. Mind you, I had to go to 3 different Bunnings to see if they could have it, because some stupid idiot didn't bother to look online to see who had stock. Anyways, leave that for a different conversation. But as I was driving, I tell you what, there were so many dickheads on the road last Friday. It was absolutely insane. There was one guy, right, who didn't care what a center line was. He kept driving into my lane, and in roundabouts, so we have a lot of double roundabouts, so he just decided to go into the roundabout and just cut through all the lanes. So I beeped him, and then he would just cut through and turn corners without even putting an indicator on. Freaking idiot. You were talking about center lines. It's pretty ironic. Yeah, but nor was he worrying about what lane he was in, but also he wasn't using his friggin' indicator either. Like, friggin', how lazy do you want to be? Alright, just gonna switch the nav on here. I don't know why it's turning left here, though. Nav? Why is it turning left? Okay. Let me help you out here. It wants to go back to the start. We are going direct sunshine. Did you give him the finger? No. I beeped him. Like, what pisses me off the most, right, is that just around the corner from me, junior school has two schools in the same street. They have the junior and senior campus in the same street. So it's 40 Ks down there. It really pisses me off when, and it's 2 lanes, it really pisses me off when you're sitting in the left lane and you're doing the right thing, and you're doing 40 Ks, and then you have some big ass person driving a big 4-wheel drive or a big Chevy car or a big Ford these days, because we have all the American cars in Australia now, and they're flying through at friggin' 60 Ks through a friggin' school zone because they don't know it's a school zone because they're dickheads. Really pisses me off. Was he a BMW driver? No, he wasn't. He was driving some Ute thing. I think it was like a Toyota Ute, remembering. Not just Friday, so many dickheads on the road every day here in Melbourne. I hope no tradies here, but they are the worst drive. Yeah, tradies speed everywhere. They are the worst. Yeah. So tradies with trailers on are the worst. Yeah. I'm actually going to be complaining to the council, and I'm going to try to get them to put a keep left island at the end of my street. Stop people from coming into the street, cutting the corner and flying through, because there's a bit of a blind spot. Tradies, tradesmen. We call them tradies, William. So I'm going to write to the council and see, because I'm surprised that people haven't been run over. I nearly got run over this morning walking to the coffee shop by a lady not watching what she's doing, speeding in a Land Rover. Helps if I actually put that on. Like plumbers, electricians and stuff. Chippies. Was Shane's plumber. And so they speed. They drive the big Toyota Utes with the trailers on the back, and they just speed. So it's obviously not a Queensland thing as well. It's across the whole country. They're dicks on the roads. Don't know why all these people need 4x4s and never go off road. Yeah, you can tell the ones that never go off road because they don't have tow bars on their cars. We have a lot up here, but there is a lot of people that actually drive their 4-wheel drives up the beaches here. So chippy. Yeah, the people who still know how to do stuff. Yes. A chippy. Yes. Chippy for a what's another word for a chippy? Chippy's not a builder these days because builders are qualified. What's a chippy? A labourer's. What do you do? What do you call electrician? What do we call a carpenter? Yeah, that's it. Yep. Electricians, we call them short for what do we call electricians? Sparkies. Yeah, call them sparkies. Yeah, sparkies, because they play with sparks. Yeah. See, the thing is, William Kelly, it's different in the US than what it is in Australia. So obviously in the US, you guys can just change like your ceiling fans over and shit. You don't need a Sparky to do that. In Australia, you can't legally change over like a fan on your roof. You've got to get a Sparky to do it yourself. It's very regulated in Australia, and Sparkies do extremely high quality work. Well, the non-dodgy ones do. So it's a bit different in the US. I know in the US you can do a lot more yourself, but in Australia you can't touch anything with the wires. You've got to get a Sparky to come in, and they've got to do it. And plumbers are plumber. Plumbers are just plumbers. Should be sparking a bricky. Yeah, plumbers are just plumber. Butcher is a butcher. No, that's bullshit, Big Al. That is bullshit. That's why the lady friggin' hit me. So, orange means be prepared to stop, right? So you got to be prepared to stop, and obviously you got to stop because you need to be safe. When the lady re-ended me the other day, she goes, I was told to, when you see orange light, put your foot down. No wonder she hit me up the ass in the car. Put your foot down. But the thing is, right, I got an orange light and I was way before it, so there was no way in my mind in that instance that if I put the foot down I was going to get through the lights. I would have red lighted, right? And she was behind me, a few car lengths behind me. So when she actually hit me, I had already stopped. And she still hit me. I was stopped. And when I saw her coming and she applied the brakes, I let my foot go off the brake a little bit just to roll a little bit forward, hoping she wouldn't hit me, and she still hit me. So she must have been either speeding or she was a fair long way behind me, and she just gunned it. And like, she would have red lighted big time. Like, the light would have been red before she crossed across. So she just wasn't watching what she was doing. Simple as that. And it took me 2 months to get my freaking car fixed. You stopped on the orange. When I stopped, it turned red. So it was orange switching to red. There was no way she would have got through it. Is your car okay? Yeah, they just smashed the back. They had to replace a light and 2 panels. She sort of hit it on the corner. If I didn't let my car roll a little bit forward, she would have done way more damage. But I was lucky. I was able to drive it for 7 weeks. It took 7 weeks before I could actually get it in to the smash repair because they were busy. No, it wasn't any cost to me. It was just the muck around. And then obviously I went and got the rental car and then caught the flu off the rental guy. So I'm going to blame that on the chick that re-ended me. I caught the flu. It was all her fault. It was a cluster of chain effects. I got my Land Cruiser repaired. Insurance work came out better than it had before. I got hit. Bunnings car park hit job. Yeah. I've done that before, Brett, where you go into and do your insurance and you'll go, can you fix this in there as well? You pay extra, but you don't have to pay the original fee because the insurance will do that. So I've done that before. Got things fixed. Yeah. Life is basically a sitcom. Yeah, and then the next week I cut my finger, which is it's actually healing well. It's going to leave a massive scar there, but it's healing quite well. So yes, 3 years ago I had a roof replaced, and now Rust is showing. Got NRM assessor coming to have a look. Did you get your roof replaced because you had people come around say that you had hail damage? Didn't have to, but my bumper was already partially damaged when I bought it. Now I got a new one. There you go. In Queensland, red stop, yellow stop if safe to do so, and green go. Yeah. So it was safe for me. It was safe for me to stop. Mr. Flight Sim Max, the mod has picked you up because you're slowly or slightly doing swear words there. It depends what you mean by the way that you read that, you wrote that, Mr. Flight Sim Max, but basically, yes. Big branch fell on it, waiting 12 weeks. Ah, there you go. She needs to hand in her license. She's dangerous. Everyone else on the road. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't believe it when she told me. She said, I was always told to put my foot down. And I'm like, I said to her, I said, but I was stopped. And I said to her, I said, you weren't watching what was going on. I said, you were either speeding or you weren't watching what was going on. That's why you hit me. I was stopped. You hit a car that was stopped. At the lights. Like, come on. Was it named Lando Norris? No, I think Lando's still in the pits waiting for his tyre to go on. I feel, imagine the dude on the radio, if anybody watched the Formula 1, he goes, no, Oscar won't do the undercut. And then then Lando goes in the pits and they stuff up the friggin' tyre change. And then, yeah. Anyways. Did she have to pay a fine? No, I didn't do a police report because I could drive the car away and there was no injury. I didn't call the police. I didn't need to. If it got to the point where the car had to be towed, I would have called the police. Mr. Clive, hey, what's going on, Clive? Sorry, mate, we've missed a. I made the mods unhappy. Sorry, that was the. I think a mod unmodded the comment. But that was due to the airport's just down here somewhere. That was due to the automatic mod. A friend got hit by a woman who insisted motorcycles give way to cars. Fuck's sake. Really, Glenn? Oh my god. We have a lot of motorcycle riders up here that are toss bags too, though. Only because they're literally doing the wrong thing by like flooring the bikes, cutting lanes when they shouldn't be and shit like that. No, women are good drivers. Mrs. Oz is a great driver. All right, let's get through these clouds here. All right, so Pringles has jumped into the sim as well. Blonsky's there. People need to follow the damn road rules. Yeah. I was there. Hey, Lodsky, this morning, right? I was stereotyping. I was stereotyping a person in an EV today. So I had this person in an EV, right? I think they forgot something at home. They were going to work and they forgot something at his home because I was driving back from dropping Junior off school, right? And it's a built-up area, so you got to do 40 kilometers. And she was right up my ass, and I'm like, how dare you be right up my backside in a built-up area in an EV? And I was like, if you're in a hurry, don't buy an EV. It's what I was saying to myself. Anyways, as soon as I turned into my driveway, she went, put the foot down. And then when I got out of my car, she was already on her way back. So she obviously forgot her phone at home or some shit like that. So she was trying to speed me up in a built-up area that's a 40 zone because she was needing to get her phone or something. EVs are fast. I know, but that's why I was stereotyping in my mind, saying to myself, don't push me because you're in an EV. Even though the next car I get, I want to get is an EV. I actually wouldn't mind owning one. Going to EV, the things go. Yeah. I was thinking that my next car wouldn't be an EV. It would be another petrol guzzler before it go EV. But my Jeep, because I do maybe 4,000 to 6,000 kilometers in it a year, it was out of it's going to be 6 years old in April. And in the past, I've just gone and traded it in and get a new car. But because one is I can't afford it, and two, I don't drive it very often. It just sits in the garage. I'm going to keep it for quite a while. Because the resale isn't there. Yeah, that's the other thing too. But Jesus, Evil, I don't know what it's like in the rest of the parts of Australia, but they're friggin' everywhere up here. Everyone's got one. It's like everyone that went and put solar on their roofs pretty much got an EV these days. In America, we like road trips, and EVs have a limited range. Oh, well, Australians love doing road trips. But yeah, for me, that only does 4,000 to 6,000 kilometers. And our petrol's really expensive over here, William. I know you guys think your petrol's expensive over there. We're double the price of what your petrol is. You can road travel, just need to plan a bit. Well, Mr. Nobody Important, worst case scenario, you can always have a petrol generator in the back of the boot. If you run out of power and you run out of place, you just do, you're just going to cross the streams on that one, and you can just have a little petrol Jenny in the back and just do it that way. I don't know, Slipperyberg, there's quite a few. You sent a guy, that's where I got the video from. Yeah, he ran out of fuel. Yeah, it's like a YouTube short, Brett. I think we've watched the same one. That's where I got the idea from. I was like, yeah, that's actually quite funny. But it's like crossing the streams. It defeats the purpose, but it's like it's a smart idea at the same time. It's like the backup plan. It's like something that NASA would do. Nothing beats a Toyota Hilux with long-range tanks. Yeah, gone are the days where a lot of cars in Australia used to be petrol and gas. A lot of the taxis used to be like that before Uber come out, but they would have gas. Well, this was when I lived in Victoria, so I don't know if it's still a thing, but they would have, because they don't really have gas up in Queensland. But in Victoria, you used to fill your car up with gas, so a lot of them would run on gas and fuel. Is that still a thing in Victoria or not? It was when I was growing up and working, because I used to manage service stations. We used to sell gas. I bought an EV because LPG gas, yeah, we don't really have that much in Queensland, I'll be honest with you. I bought a EV because I have 15 kilo solar watt and wanted to recoup some money and fed up with our tariffs a joke. Yeah, a lot of people, Captain Kookaburra, who've got solar up here actually have EVs. Still a lot of gas cars here in Victoria. Yeah, okay. It's not really a thing up here. Don't think dual fuel cars are not much of a thing anywhere in Oz now. Well, they're not in Queensland, Lonsky, but I know when I was growing up in Victoria, and when I worked in service stations for quite a few years, it was a thing. But up here, it hasn't really been a thing. But Victoria actually use a lot more gas for even heating than what we do in Queensland. Yeah, it used to be, yeah. Jesse's drying here in WA. My brother has to sell his gas only because it's getting harder to find service out of gas. Ah, okay. LGB has now gone way up in price. But how much is it for a litre of LPG these days? It used to be like 30, 40 cents when I last looked at it, which is like 20 years ago. What would it be now? $0.80 for $1 of litre of some sorts. Jesus Christ. It would defeat the purpose of putting it in, wouldn't it? Suppose if I actually put the right friggin' rudder in here. I was doing crosswind technique, Pringle, but the friggin' wrong way. There we go. Helps if you put the rudder in the right way and the aileron in the right way, and you can have a nice smooth landing like that. Yeah, you get 30% less range. That's what I'm saying. It's probably not worth doing it now. Yeah, 25 years ago. Yeah, so when I used to manage service stations, last I remember it being 38 to 42 cents, and petrol was $1 to $1.10 or something like that, or 90 cents to $1.10. It would fluctuate. They should have sound mod for slow moving EV sounds. There we go. That's the best landing of the night so far for me. Like, it's interesting that our closest service station to my place is a 7-Eleven service station. So if anybody uses 7-Eleven service station, they use mobile fuel, and they have an app where it will scan, 5 service stations within the area and give you the cheapest price. And you can get a maximum of 25% discount off where you're getting it from, yeah? So our service station doesn't have any other service stations around it, our local. So it's the highest price out of all of them, right? And then I actually know someone that works at this particular service station that I used to work with back in my previous job. And I said to him, why is your prices so expensive? And they go, well, it just comes through on the computer. I said, oh, do you just press a button and it changes? And they go, yeah. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And I said, back in my day when we used to work at service stations, we didn't do that. We had to go out and actually change the signs manually. So you used to put bloody the numbers on a suction cup pole and go. And she goes, well, how did you change the price? And I said, well, you had to go and change it on the sign first before you could change it on the pump. You couldn't change it on the pump first because then it would be false advertising for the price. So, and if you're by yourself, you've just got to wait until you get a slow spot and do it. Sometimes it would take you 2 or 3 hours to change the price of the fuel. And we used to get a phone call and they would read us the fuel prices. This is how we did it. Back in my day when I was a boy, that's how we did it. And it used to be a pain in the ass because it'd be like petrol used to change weekly back then. So it'd be on a Thursday when it would go up. Like it's done that forever and a day for the petrol cycle. and people would know it's going up, right? So the petrol station would be friggin' busy as. It's different when the petrol price is going down, so you can change it on the pump first, so it's easier, so you can change the price straight away. But when petrol's going up, you've got to change it on the sign first. So sometimes it would take you, hello Invisible Pringle, it would take you forever to change it. If there was 2 people working in the service station, because most of them usually only have one at a time, it would be no problem. You get the other person to change the sign. So grab the ladder, lad. No, because then you had to carry the ladder out. I was pretty tall, so I could change, because we would run what we would have back in those days: leaded, unleaded, diesel, and gas. Thinking's probably what we're running. So we only would have had 3 that we had to change, because you never put your leaded prices up. So it'd be unleaded, gas, and diesel. So I think I only needed the stick to change one of them. I remember the day when petrol went up over, hit $1 for the first time. We were busy for like 3 days straight, and I was the dude that had to go and change the sign for the first time to $1. I remember we had to go and get extra numbers made specifically for that. And I remember I was going out holding the things, and people knew it was going up, and people were heckling me as I was walking out. That particular service station had like 16 pumps, and it was chockers. And people were lining up the street, and I remember when I was going out to change it, I was getting heckled. Funny enough. I'm actually going to leave pulsing off. Did I fill up LPG bottles in barbecues? Yeah, I've done that in certain service stations. Yes. Yep. Not all service stations that I've managed, run, or worked at had. Some of them had swap and goes, because swap and goes have been going for freaking couple of decades now. But yeah, I know how to fill them up. But I don't know where you would find that. You'd probably only find that in a country friggin' service station these days. Yeah, you just got to make sure you don't friggin' freeze your hand off. That's the only thing you got to worry about. Blowing yourself up and freezing your hand. Giving yourself a bit of frostbite burns. Oh, shit. I don't know where we're going. All right, we must be getting close to finishing here. I think we've only got like 2... Oh, shit. We've got 2 stops left. Actually, we've got 3 stops, but I think we might stop at Cam Loops. Is probably where we're going to make the last stop today. Oh no, Pimpleton. What is it? Templeton, which is Charlie Yankee Papa Sierra will probably be. So we'll just do 2 more flights, and then I'll call it because I'm taking my time here tonight. What are we going? Charlie Yankee Kilo Alpha. Oh, this one's Kamloops. Yeah, so we're definitely going to Kamloops, which is only a little bit up the road. There we go. That's probably better if I run this one. 61 nautical miles. Watch from this part. No worries, Brett. What are you streaming next? going. Oh shit, I should have got another coffee. American trucking tomorrow night. Cool. I still haven't had a chance to do my setup yet. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with American Truck Sim is I'm just going to do a couple of streams of just the default stuff and not any multiplayer, and just get used to driving and using the wheel. And then see what's annoying me about the sim, and then what mods I need to put in play to get the sim experience that I want. But I will hit you up to get some ideas of what I should go. Did you stream ATS back in the day? Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember if I streamed it on the Oz Flight Simmer channel, or because I used to stream. So if you guys know Parallel 42, you will probably know Edson. Being Edson and another couple other blokes, I used to stream on the Sky Lounge, and I used to stream ATS and Flight Sim and stuff on there. So over on Twitch. So I was doing all that before I started streaming on YouTube. So. If you're into Pringles, see, I love Flight Sim, right? Because aviation is in my blood, but also I love simulators. I'm a simulation guy, so yeah. Also, for you Aussies living in New South Wales and Southeast Queensland, the guys over at I can't remember the name. I'm having a memory block, but they make all the ships for flight simming. They are doing New South Wales and Southeast Queensland, which should be out in a couple of weeks to a couple of months or something like that. And I've seen some pictures. It looks amazing. Seafront simulations, yeah, they've been very, very helpful, and done a shit ton of giveaways when we've done stuff. So those guys are. Actually, I'm not sure if I've meant to mention that or not, but I have mentioned it anyway. But yeah, so they're doing the Aussie stuff. So yeah, so it looks really, really good. No, seafront simulations. Seafront. It's seafront. My problem with ETS and ATS is that they're a bit hot, they are a bit light on the simulation wires. Yeah, okay. I haven't used it for a bit, but Mr. No, very important. I've invested in and with help from my friends at Moser, a whole trucking setup. So I've even got the indicator stalks and everything. So I'm much looking forward of just having little breaks from flight simming and doing some other stuff as well, just to break it up, because when you're streaming flight sim, following news about flight simming, making videos about flight simming, doing hardware videos about flight simming, making and designing products for flight sim, sometimes you just need a little break about flight simming, but you still want to do like gaming stuff. So I sort of need this for a bit of a mental break, because now my 3D printing hobby is now flight sim hobby as well. So I need to basically be able to give myself a break. And I think by doing that, I'll still produce more content consistently, because I won't be burnt out all the time. Are you done 100 hours of both ETS and ATS? Yeah. I haven't done as much ETS, but I've done a fair bit of ATS. I have no idea what my logins are. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, see, that was me for the last 12 months. I don't even know what you've been up to, Lonsky. I know you've been working bloody hard, though. But I find that I go through parts where I'm just like full on, and then you just burn out really quickly, and then you need to take breaks because you just like it's a part of flight sim, but it's all flight sim related though. Yeah, I can't get overwhelmed. It can get overwhelmed when your hobby becomes your job. Yeah. The other thing is I've got to concentrate on more is getting out of the house, because where I live is where I work. So I've got to get out of the house a little bit more, break things up. Motor truck wheel pedals were featured in the sim at the Sim Gaming Expo. Lots of fun. Not badly priced either for $550. Johnny Mon, I think they are actually a bargain for $550. So what my trucking setup is going to be that bundle there, which got, and also because I used the AB9, I got the stick for it, so I can use the AB9 flight simming as the gearbox, and then also I've got the stalks. The only thing I don't have a recurrency of the flight sim. I need the money, Pringle. I need the dollars. I need the dollars because going flying used to be the way that I would chill out. That used to be how I used to go and chill out. The only thing I need to get is a clutch pedal. I'm like that with laser cutting as my hobby. I come from work, and the last thing I want to do is design and make stuff after doing that all day. Yeah. Like $400 an hour. I miss seeing you fly. Yeah. And the thing is, it's going to cost that because I'm going to need to do some lessons to get current with an instructor. So it's not like I'm just going to have to... it's been so long since I fly, I think the safest thing would be is to do a few lessons. Because instead of just jumping in and doing a BFU. That's all right, Aaron. That would explain why you're probably the biggest, grumpiest arsehole I've ever met in my life. Take that, princess. Take that. You'll be my instructor. Thank you, my friend. That's the one I use checklists in the real life. It's the first thing I go and grab. Take that, Aaron. Yeah, I'm waiting for a smart ass comment to come back now. Actually, I probably should turn the autopilot on here. Please don't fly back. And we're just altitude hold here. And learn navigation. I am endorsed in navigation, thank you very much. Only 14 years. I think I've just hit three years of full-time. Full-time. 3 years. I think 3 years in September. So I think I lost my position 3 years ago. So it's been 3 years that I've been doing this stuff for. Full-time content creation, and now obviously our own flight sim products too. Yeah, it's been 3 years in September. It's just hit it. I think it's like the 16th of September. I've got the 16th to the 19th in my head. I may be grumpy, but I am what? You're prettier than me. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna need to make a fake coffee. How far we got the fly here? Alright, I'm gonna be super quick. I'm just gonna do a little boys run here. I'm gonna slow down a little bit because I'm gonna have to do some fancy flying to get into this airport, because we'll be high when we get there, because we're meant to be there in 6 minutes. So but I'm gonna go a quick break and do a fake coffee, and I will be back. And Aaron, you might as well take the time to go and look in the mirror. Yeah? I'll be back. We just need to duck down on some altitude here. There we go. Sarcasm's back for William. Or maybe we're waiting for Evil to hit the club. Maybe. Alright. Reason why we got the sound there, that's the gear horn for the wheels. For the gear. Geez, it's taken a while for the sim to bloody cash in here, though. Or maybe the ortho around here is not that great. Like, it's Kamloops, like it's out a little bit from Vancouver, but it's not that bloody far out. I was Flight Simmer, should I take a year off from watching the streams? No. No. Can you just hit 1,000 already? I've got to send you a message about something too, so you're probably going to know in advance. It's just going to make it easier for me. I was meant to message you the other day, actually. Just going to put the gear down now so we can get rid of the noise. Okay. All right, Richo's sneaking in front of us. Next goal is 10,000, so we're going to slow down even more here. That little sandbar just there. So I'm slipping it all the way down to increase the drag. Just a little slip, not an aggressive one. Going to give Richo plenty of time. That's why we're able to do 100 knots and we're losing plenty of altitude, but we're not stalling the aircraft. If I actually had the yoke up here, you would see it how we're slipping the plane. So putting a bunch of right rudder in and left aileron. Ourselves out of this slip in a second. Okay. Been doing a lot of slipping tonight because I've been coming in pretty high, still above where we need to be. Just going to turn that off. I might just do a go around on this one, so we're going to land, but we might just do a go around and then go to the next airport instead of backtracking. But look at this. I've tried to chose a lot of the same type of strips to have beautiful approaches, and this is another beautiful approach. And loops. Possibly. Possibly. There we go. Someone's cut our mustard. Who's that? Captain Kookaburra. I generally meet Captain Kookaburra quite a lot on the threshold. As he comes steamrolling and he still hasn't touched on the ground yet. There we go. Oh, look at that. Butter me pancakes, everybody. All right, flaps to the takeoff position. Trim, 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 trim. And let's put some gas in here. knots, 90 knots, and rotate. There we go. Touch the tips. No, we're not touching any more tips anymore. Tips are non-touchable. We don't do that on that was just a one-time mistake, you know. One-time mistake. That's coming up. Room for the flaps. All right, so let's see. This one-handed flight plan. That was cam loops. Hey, thank you very much for the 51 months, Brett. Keep the tips to yourself. Thank you. There's no tax on tips.
Yeah, you keep your tips to yourself, thanks.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to Charlie Yankee Papa Sierra, guys. Drop some emotes in there for Mr. Brett, please. So Charlie, what is it? Charlie Yankee Papa Sierra Pimpleton. And where we going? I think this leg here, it's 91. So it's the second longest leg anyway. All right, we are going to turn on the P-lock. And nav's going to go on. We are going to bait the VS. Oh, let's just do that. Engage the VS. And up she goes. And we'll gain some altitude. But thanks, Brett. I appreciate it. I'm probably due to do the same thing on yours, I think. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Evil. Thank you, Clive. Clive, my apologies, mate. We've missed the last 2 Sundays on streams. One is just for, like, computer issues and family stuff. So, but we'll definitely be there for Sunday stream. So, the next stream after today is on Saturday. I think I did last week. Okay. I forget. But our next stream will be on Saturday and then on Sunday. So obviously 4 streams this week because we moved Sundays to Monday. Yeah, we'll be there. All right, so we've got Mr. Idle Cutoff. Glenn's been with us the whole time. Captain Kookaburra has been with us the whole time. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everybody that's been flying with us tonight. Mr. Hulk is all the way over there still. He might have fallen asleep at the wheel. I think I did. You were playing one of your funny games. One of your funny games, your non-simulation. Oh no, I suppose they're sort of sims, but yeah, one of your space things. And you're way out in front, Avionics. Oh, there he is. I just saw you there. So this is the last airport we're doing, Mr. Lonsky, because I'm gonna try to like get to bed at a reasonable time, considering I was up to like oh, there's Richo. It's just wasn't showing. Firebugs there. Now everyone's showing. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, Dave's idol. I always forget. But yeah, I was up at 2 o'clock watching the UFO whistleblowers of all things. There we go. Look at that. That is good ortho down there. Or some of it is. The 23 minutes, 77 nautical miles. Nice trees. Yeah. The thing is, I wish... See, these are power lines, right? These are power line tracks. And I've said this before, for people that don't know, you can actually use these for IFR flying, or using these, sorry for visual flight references. But it would be nice, because at this altitude, you should be able to still see the big bloody power line. Like, you should be able to see them in the sim at that altitude. You were going down that rabbit hole for UFO conspiracies? I've never left. Now, apparently they had a footage of a new release footage of a orb going over the ocean near Yemen, right? This big orb. And in, I think it was October last year, so it was recent. And the US Air Force dropped shot a Hellfire missile at it. And it basically hit the UFO, ricochet. This is no shit. This stuff, if you go and check the videos out there now, it was released in Congress the other day. And the UFO, the missile hit the UFO, ricocheted off, and the freaking orb thing was like in a force field. Pieces broke off on it, but it still kept flying, and the 3 pieces that broke off it kept flying behind it. Like, it's weird shit. You should... It's just weird to have a look at. It's nothing like the technology we have in this world, but and it's new footage that come out. So I don't know who gave the bloody the go ahead to go and shoot it down, but yeah, they tried to shoot it. I saw that. Then the next shot was a bird flying along the ocean top. I didn't see any birds fly along the ocean top. Normally they're on the power lines recharging though. A lot of space sims are actually submarine sims. All the ships are the same way as they move into the 2D plane. Yes, Glenn. Yep. I don't know, but this was the first time they had first-hand whistleblowers. Man, look at the scenery around here. This is all mining action happening here. But they had first-hand whistleblowers of people that saw UFOs and either active in the military. There was one dude that's still active in the military. He's a sailor. And then there was another dude that was active in, I don't know what force it was, Marines or something like that, but he's not active now. And they were first-hand whistleblowers. So first time they've had first-hand witnesses. So, which means they actually saw it themselves. I flew on Sunday's plan in the BLSQ TBM. I hope others join in 2024. Yeah. So we actually ended up doing that stream, Clive, on the Monday because I had the PC issues. So I just did it on the Monday. UFO, robot birds, Earth is round. You have a lot of interesting conspiracies. Well, you know, I've never seen a UFO. Never seen one. Personally, I've never seen one. Well, maybe I think I saw Aaron once, and I think that was unidentified. But he wasn't flying. He was an unidentified sitting object. Hey, Aaron. Nobody puts this a bit much for me. It's time for bed. No worries, my friend. Take care. Yeah, he was an unidentified sitting object. I just find it interesting. It's just another facet of my aviation stuff I like. So look at that. That's a lot of earth being moved around there. A lot of earth. I wonder what type of mine is that. Have you watched the interviews with Gary Nolan? William Kelly, I've watched. I don't want to give too much away, but I've watched everything. I watch all the channels as well. I just find it interesting. I watch a lot of stuff. Wow, just wow. Come on, princess. I watch a lot of stuff when I'm researching whatever. I've got a second screen, so there's always stuff going. Gary Nolan's been on the oh, look at that, that's nice. Gary Nolan's been on Ross Coulthard. Yes, yep. Gary Nolan's been on the scene a lot lately because they had things that Skywatcher sort of broke up, so he's been on the doing the rounds of late. So oh yeah, I looked at the mirror. I'm flipping gorgeous. Yeah, good old Ross Coulthard's been dropping a lot of bombshells lately, but he hasn't had the evidence to back it up. So, you know, Gary Nolan treats this as science, and he also is a bit more respected. Yeah, yeah. Man, how's the scenery around here? So I'm assuming, Mr. William Kelly, you're intrigued about the phenomenon because you know some of the main characters on the scene, hey? I'm forced to watch it at gunpoint. Oh, you have someone in the household that watches it? Yeah, I watch it all. I just find it fascinating, to be honest. The history, the lore about it all. So yes, I was up to 2 o'clock watching the it was more like 1:30. Might have been 1:32. I didn't watch it all. I watched the rest of the last half an hour, 45 minutes this morning when I got up. All right, we've got 47 nautical miles. Ross, I'm not convinced. He did one episode about a guy who could bend spoons back in the 70s. However, the bloke's been proven a total fake. Oh, look, there's some snow. Captain Kookaburra. Oh, interesting. There's plenty of docos, Galaxy Quest, ET, Transformers, Close Encounters. Also Paul. You mean Paul the movie? Now, it's actually quite interesting because a lot of people talk about the stuff now, where people used to think if you talked about it, you're a weirdo. But it's starting to become obviously more mainstream and people are opened up more about it. Jane, have you watched the UFO movie? I don't know what you to see my brain dunning. It's a free on YouTube. It looks at all the sightings. I could have, Big L. I've watched so much stuff. I don't remember that one. You're welcome to send me a link, though. We don't think you're a weirdo. We really don't. Man, look at the scenery around here. It's insane. But there's so many people coming out with sightings and experiences and all that sort of stuff these days. Is the FS mod sale on? You might need to update your command. Oh shit, it's not on. No, it's finished. I totally forgot about that, Evil. We won't be doing any more sales for FS mods probably until Black Friday. There we go. It's trying to cache all this in. So look at the scenery there. Look how crap it is there. But if I sit on it on this view here, see, by the time we get the back view of it, it's cached in. This is the problem. People go, oh, flight simming, it just looks crap and it's all blurry. It's because it's all online now, so it's got to download and cache into the sim. But if we flew this flight plan again in a day's time, it would already be all cached in. But yeah, I'll update that. Thank you. I've totally forgot. Oh, it's the music. It's like, what's that noise? It's the music. Look at the wing flex on the TBM flexing as it's moving up. That's pretty cool. Taurus says, hey, I have a question. I want to buy an Xbox Series X, but I don't know if it's enough for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's hard to say, Taurus. The best way to experience flight simming is with a PC. That being said, obviously they're trying to do as much work as possible. I don't know who we have in the chat who are Xbox simmers at the moment, but Sim Update 3 has done major updates, and also they're doing a lot of updates in Sim Update 4 for the performance of Xbox. So, do we have any Xbox simmers in the chat here? I think majority of people are on PC. Help Taurus with his question. I don't know if Johnny Munn's still here. He's probably fallen asleep now he's finished work. But I think Series X is the best Xbox you can get at the moment anyway, so... And like, look at this place. A little place like that as a little lake and shit. Like, that's amazing. Be interesting hiking around here. So I take it no one's written a comment, so I'd say no one's running Xboxes at the moment. Pemberton has a really cool little runway too. I think it's just over here. But yeah, it's I can't say personally because I don't use it, but obviously it's there's people in our community that use Xbox Series X and have good fun with Flight Simulator 2024. It basically, Taurus got released 12 months too early, so it's in its last big core major update at the moment. It's in beta, and then you could pretty much say that the game's fully established after that. So it should be, in theory, it should be a pretty good experience on Xbox now. We're flying over the Rocky Mountains north of Vancouver. It'll be interesting to see what surprise Jorg has put in, because the last couple of surprises, one which they cancelled last year, but the surprises have been pretty mediocre in my opinion. And they're out of free planes now. I think they've given us all the free planes that they've done, because the helicopter, which I never downloaded, was the last one. 2 years till the promo of 2028 kicks in. Yep. They're definitely, Glenn, I'm pretty confident they'll definitely do another sim. And then that will hit their 10-year plan, so to speak, and then it'll be up to then I don't know if we'll see any more after that. But seriously, if they sort of think about it, to get to 2028, end of next year is pretty much where they would need to start developing the new sim, at least. They need to download the new aircraft heli. It's in your sim streaming already. Okay. Obviously, Brett's been flying it. Oh man, look at the weather. There's Lonsky there. All right, airport's here, and we've got shit weather just above us. So we're going to weave ourselves through the mountains here. We're going to pulse our lights this time. Pulse them. Not yet, but seen it there. Hey, you seen what in there? Oh, the helicopter. Sorry. Like a goldfish sometimes. Yeah, I know. I'm so like a goldfish. Literally, there's literally. Oh, look at that for a view. Holy cow! See how we sort of gone in here a little bit slow, a bit lower, and it's cashing in quicker. Like, look at this area here. This is phenomenal. Phenomenon. Can I actually turn that off? Wonder if there's a way of turning that off in, because all the circuit breakers work, so I could probably turn that off. Alright, we're going to slow down on the altitude descent here and just slow the plane down. Drop the flaps, and then I'm going to drop the gear straight away. Drop the nose. Look at this. How beautiful is this place to fly around with? I'm going to go straight into full flaps, so we can get rid of that noise. Look at this. I think all the airports we've flown in today have been super cool. They've all been very, very unique. Really cool little flight plan. The next airport we were going to was going to be flying into, we're going to fly around Whistler and then into Vancouver, but it'll be a little bit too late because we started the stream late, so we're just going to skip the last leg. But you're welcome to keep flying it if you want to. I might pop in and finish that leg tomorrow, but I have flown in this area in the sim a fair bit, so absolutely stunning. Probably the next time we'll come flying in here, this will be all covered in snow. Big L was complaining about the default sim sounds. Is that the heli? Are you talking about the heli? Okay. So it's running default sim sounds from another aircraft or something. How cool is this? As always, coming in way too high. I guess so. See, that's the thing is, Asobo good at making, well, it might be debatable at the moment, but well, they're good at making sims. They just released it 12 months too early for whatever reason. Yeah, as for aircraft, because remember, there's still what was it? There was one of those classic French aircraft which they announced that they didn't release because I think it was Captain Snooze, not Captain Snooze, Airplane Heaven that got bloody smashed for making a couple of their planes, and I think they were making another one and they canned it. And look at these pine trees here. Absolutely amazing. It looks good. Benny, if Benny's still here, you're missing out, man. Just the 3D trees just make the sim so much better. So much more realistic in your approaches. Like, look at this. Runway textures, there's none until we get right on the runway, but... Oh, this looks like it's, handcrafted. Come on, settle down. Settle down. We butted it, but we've used so much runway. Three-D trees, yep. Oh. There we go. Yeah, this is a handcrafted. Is that a friggin'? Thought that was just. I saw that though. It was like, is that a waterfall? Definitely handcrafted because you can see these assets here, which are default assets that. Oh, what's that mob? Not Asobo, but the other mob that make airports for Flight Sim. I can't think of their name. Off the road for Glen. They used to make their own products, but now they pretty much make the flight sim stuff. What's the, I can't remember the name. I see it now. The tiny mods, the tiny tree mods in Marketplace. Really, I don't think you really need it, to be honest. Like, that looks realistic height there. I can't think of the company name. It's on the splash screen when you load in. This is the funny thing. Like, you see people just walking out of their planes. It's because the 3D trees are so exaggerated. Oh man, there's the truck there. Shit. Stuff this up. I wasn't expecting someone to be lining me up. Why are you doing it on an angle, love? I'll just give up. I'll just give up. I'll put the parking brake on. All right, let's just make sure that the starter is not on, it's off, please. Landing lights can go off, and I am just gonna pull throttle. Oh, here we go. Top Gun over here. Look at that, he's in his flight suit and everything. Good old Top Gun. Good old Maverick. Lonsky, you look like oh, who's that dude? He looks like what's his name? The dude in the prison movie with the guy from Red October. What's his name? He's looking like, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Hope to see you on the next sim. Hope to see you in the next sim. We definitely will be, Clive. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Anyways. Nick Cage. Yeah, Nicolas Cage. He looks like Nicolas Cage. Like, doesn't he look like Nicolas Cage? Lonsky's dude looks like Nicolas Cage with glasses on. Sort of. Yeah, Sean Connery, but it was Nicolas Cage that I was thinking of. Yeah. Excellent flight. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, look, there's another one. They're freaking everywhere. It was like, wasn't it Nicolas Cage in that Face Off movie? I think it was. Ignition can go to off. I'm going to turn all these guys off. I'll turn off the generators, and we're going to turn everything off because I think from memory this aircraft is persistent. We're going to turn that off. Bleeds, which I should have turned off before. Radio master can go off. That can go off. And this one's always just under. Ephesus can go off. We're going to unlock that. That can go down as well. And then we've just got to go up here and turn off the battery, pop the bar over, and we are done. Thanks for the flights. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for hanging out for so long. It's actually only been 3.5 hours, so guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Hey, Dave Cleary, Mr. AK. He does. He looks like Nicolas Cage. He does. Actually, no, he doesn't. Now I'm looking close up. It looks nothing like him. Thanks to FS Mods for supporting the stream. Thank you to our friends over at Just Flight 2. There's Glenn. Get away from me. It's Willie. Get away from me, Willie. I don't like when Willie's behind me. Scares me. Oh, there we go. Two streams in a row. Holy cow. We haven't done that for like a month. But thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you to, we had a couple of people that did some, couple of super chats there or donos. And also we had a couple of memberships. So thank you very much for doing that. We'll be back on Saturday morning. I'm thinking maybe some Pilots Life stuff on Saturday morning. And then we'll do some, maybe some slower GA stuff on Sunday. Perhaps we'll see. We'll see. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. And yeah. I'll DM tomorrow for your reminder. Yeah, because I'll totally forget. Because I had to read that halfway through and I thought, oh yeah, I already forgot. See, I'm off to the yeah. Big L. Don't get eaten by the what did they do? Because I saw the movie, they modded the big dinosaur with the big head due to because all from the Snickers bar. So, anyways, but thanks, guys. I love you lots, and I'll see you later. Happy simming, everybody, and have a good night and rest of your week. So, take care. See you, everybody.
We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how
Heading to the sun, only you and me.